Ahora sí, señores.
Hello and welcome. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for the Raptors, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Johnson in at the 4 slot. And for Charlotte, pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. And playing at the center position, the premier low-post weapon out of Prentice, Mississippi, Big Al Jefferson. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Zeller in at the 4. Now here's Gay. And DeRozan. Here we go. Here's Johnson, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
You know, he's really adept at keeping possessions alive by hitting the boards and cashing in on some of those putbacks.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low. You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Well, we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And, you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last 2 years, but I think that spark near the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise because they have the potential to do so. Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Henderson kicks to Zeller, and stolen by Gay. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Here's Lowry after the made shot from Zeller. The dish to Johnson. Soft touch off the glass. Johnson's got his second basket.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
And, you know, coming into the league out of Lithuania, Valanciunas, his reputation was more of a pick-and-roll big man, not the most skilled in the post, but he started to show some impressive moves with his back to the basket.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to speak with the head coach for the Charlotte Bobcats, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
And thanks for that story, Doris. A new group in now for the Raptors. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Hansbrough comes in for Amir Johnson. Andrew Fields checking in for Rudy Gay. And DJ Augustine subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Charlotte moving it around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bobcats will retain possession. Going back to Valanciunas, a good foul shooter for a 7-footer, almost 80% in his rookie season.
That's why this team values him so highly. He's very skilled for a big man. He can spread the floor. And then when you add in his rebounding and what seems to be a good work ethic and passion for the game, Valanciunas has a chance to be special.
Here's Gordon. Gets the 14-footer to fall. It's a tie ball game.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now the pass to Fields. He kicks to Hansbrough. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
The second chance effort. The rebound by Fields. Ross passes to Gray. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Here's Sessions. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Raptors. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them. Bobcats came out of the gates fast to start the season, won 7 of the first 12. Amazingly, that actually tied their win total from the previous season that had been shortened, and they set a record for a team matching the previous year's win total in the fewest games, but unfortunately, it didn't last.
Gordon outside. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Ross. Here's Gray. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to the Bobcats as Charlotte retains possession. Well, Clark, as you said, that hot start would quickly vanish as those 7 wins would end up being an entire third of their total wins of the year. Steve, once the meat of the season came around, they just couldn't keep up.
Well, reality always sets in the NBA, Kevin. I mean, when you don't have enough talent, you might get off to a hot start, but it's all going to turn around, and that's exactly what happened with Charlotte. But look, they're getting better. I like some of their young players. They're competing. I think this team has a better future than people realize. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. Defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. That's good. Kid Gilchrist has got his first points of the game.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And the Raptors with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Aaron Gray. And Amir Johnson subbed in for Tyler Hansbrough. Now here is Augustine. And the foul on Al Jefferson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but, you know, another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Biyombo down low, defended by Valanciunas. Here's Fields. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Biyombo's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Al Jefferson signed a 3-year, $40 million contract with the Bobcats this summer. He said growing up in small-town Prentiss, Mississippi, it's no problem for him playing in a small market, and he loves the fit with the team. Coach talked about the impact he could have, saying, quote, "The toughest thing to do is execute in the half-court offense. But when you have a guy like Al, it makes it a lot easier." Guys?
Sure does. Thanks, Doris. The Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
You know, the Raptors really struggled against the rest of the conference last year, only going 22-30. That certainly doesn't put any fear in the opponents. They're looking to improve on that this season. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Henderson. After the Raptors pick up 2. Sessions dishes to Biyombo. Charlotte moving the ball around. Gordon kicks to Henderson. Pass to Gordon. Feeds to Jefferson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Well, back to the Raptors, I would expect them to end up with a better win total against the East this year, as they have seemed to, Steve, found a bit of their identity at the end of the season.
Well, they made some dramatic changes in the middle of the year, trading for Rudy Gay, and I think ultimately it might be for the best, you know, as they seem to play with more bite as the season wore on. They had more edge, a little more talent, so now they have to put it all together.
Valanciunas passes to Fields. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Well, he's trying to get a hand in his face, but you really can't foul the three-point shooter.
You sure can, Steve. I mean, you've got to be able to defend and challenge the three without fouling. Now he gets 3 free throws.
He's off on the second. And he misses all 3.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Ross dishes to Fields. Passes it to Valanciunas. Kicks it out to Johnson. Valanciunas. And Biyombo with the block. He feeds it to Henderson. Leads him in there. The open shot. Gordon. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Raptors lead by 3. Make sure you stay tuned for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. Then we'll be back here.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The fun is the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Bobcats trail by 3.
You know, when you have a season that the Bobcats had last year, it's easy to look at a number of low points, but perhaps the lowest point was being down by 50 points to the Thunder in the game early in the season. And that one's hard to swallow.
And that is good.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Walker's shot is off.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Gay. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Rudy Gay. And it's 6 points for Johnson. And as you said, Clark, to be down 50 points to any team really is a low point for a team, and did sum up the Bobcat season last year. Just too little offense and, Steve, not enough defense.
How about that combination, Kevin? Too little offense, not enough defense. I think that usually will signify a poor season.
And DeRozan, here we go. That's good. DeRozan's got his first bucket in this one.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And he knocks down the first one.
One thing Al Jefferson has worked on through his career is being able to pass better out of the post. And for a guy who draws as much attention as he does on the block, that's a nice asset to have.
And Clark, you mentioned where Al Jefferson is improved. You know, borderline all-stars. You wonder if Stevie is going to get to the next level.
Well, I think the big thing is he's got to improve defensively because his offense is really played at an all-star level. He's really tough to guard down there. But defensively, he's a little slow guarding pick and roll. But if he continues to work at it and maybe improve a little bit, I think he could get into that all-star game.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13 and 28 as a visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
The Raptors making a switch here. Braves checked in. Stolen by Walker. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Zeller. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Zeller's got 6.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else.
Gray kicks to Hansbrough, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight. You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup
¡Qué linda, pibe!
for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know about how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Gay, that's a two-pointer. And the shot is long.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Kept alive for the lead, and Walker finishes inside. Walker's got 9 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to check on another. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
And here comes Walker. 11 points in the game. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Lets it go with the three. But they recover it. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Toronto.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Tipped away. Stolen by Henderson. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions. Henderson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Charlotte. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. Outside for Jefferson. 11 feet away. Again, the Bobcats score.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
It's amazing to think they actually have the lead here, Clark, given how poorly they played in the first half. They really didn't shoot well, but you know what? They're starting to stick it out. They're finding their way in this game.
For the Bobcats, Zeller comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Kemba Walker in for Sessions. And Valanciunas with the block. It's Gay with the drive. Johnson kicks to Gay. Valanciunas defended by Jefferson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them, Kevin, because he's just a constant presence and a threat defensively in the paint.
And you know, Steve, what I like is his offensive rebound. I mean, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. He epitomizes that. He's found those garbage buckets to be plenty rewarding.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tyler Hansbrough checked in from here. Johnson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jefferson. Pass to Walker. On deep. The shot misses. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Lowry passes to DeRozan. And it's blocked by Kid Gilchrist. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Charlotte gets it back. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Raptors shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
He husked him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
It's like they're stunned. I mean, they don't know what to think.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Walker nails both of them.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Banked in off the glass. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And the Bobcats call time here. They're losing by 2. 1:02 left in the fourth. The Raptors making a switch here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over the break, I listened in on what head coach for the Bobcats was getting across in their huddle. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Rudy Gay picks up a foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. Josh McRoberts is checked in for the Bobcats. Gordon hits both of them.
That's got to be the biggest pair of free throws of the game so far, guys, because it turns this thing into a one-possession game.
Lowry kicks to Gray. Ramon Sessions with the steal. It's good. This game is all even. Huge shot there, and the crowd, Clark, knows it.
Complete euphoria there, Kevin. They're going crazy.
Talking about some happy people, man. These fans are fired up.
It falls.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot two at the line. Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Here's Lowry. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. They both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
And the Bobcats call time here. They trail by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they're drawing up the only thing they can here. Just get off a quick one and then go ahead and foul.
I think free throws are going to be front and center the rest of the way here.
And Toronto making a change here. 16 seconds left in the game. Here's McRoberts. Knocked loose. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Fires the three. Into the big win by Toronto in a tight game. I don't think it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coaches had to with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Kyle Lowry.